Hello everyone, I'm Dylan Evans and I'm going to help you through your Business Studies Beeline. So before you jump into the Business Studies Beeline, make sure that you have completed the Beeline tutorial. It'll help you navigate around the platform and make the full use of the platform. So once you're done with that, then jump into your Business Studies Beelines. If you've done that already, I'm going to jump straight in and give you some tips and tricks on how to make the most use of this specific Beeline. Because each beeline is built slightly differently. So for this one, it mainly focuses on past papers. So working through your past papers rather than the beeline being full of content, like the pure maths beeline or the biology beeline. So for this one, it gives you a bit of an introduction. It tells you how to use this beeline as well. That's where we are at now. And it gives you some additional resources where you can find some interesting content. I would recommend, if you find any good content for business studies, any good resources online, please go share it to the Swarm page. So the Swarm is where the community can interact around business studies. You can also ask questions over there, and either other students can assist you with those questions, or maybe even some teachers can assist you with some of those questions. So also, if you have questions, you can jump on there, or if you have resources, go make use of that Swarm page. If you working your way through this business studies beeline, and you get to this part of the beeline where it's actually jumping into the past papers, there are question cards that are linked to those cells. So the first subcell of the past paper, so that in this case it's the Business Studies Exam Paper 1, November 2021, that would be part A and B of the exam in there, and then section C is part C of the exam, is a longer question. There's not actually cards linked to that. It's more of a let me jump into there to show you. It jumps you into long questions that you can take a pen and paper, write the essay answers, and then work your way through the memorandum to give yourself a bit of a self-assessment over there. But the power of the tool comes into section A and B, where it is shorter questions. And when you finish this section, so I've already completed it, so I'm going to recomplete it there. When you complete this section, it'll open up a modal here, and it'll jump you straight into practice when you complete it for the first time. And then it will ask you questions from the exam paper. So example, here's a 6-mark question from paper 1, November 2021. Again, have your pen and paper ready. There's actually 40 questions from this exam paper. So I would recommend, when running through these, especially for the first time, to do the whole 40 questions in one sitting. I'd really recommend you do that. And then, so work your way through this entire exam by answering the question, reveal the question, you see how well you did. If you got it spot on and it was easy, you click easy. If you got most of it right, you'll click mostly. If you got some of it right, but not that much, you click somewhat. And if you didn't get any of it right, you didn't remember any of it, you can click not at all. Make sure you do this quite accurately, because this is what allows the platform to learn what you are remembering and what you are forgetting, and it'll show you the cards in intervals dependent on that. So if you answer easy now, and then it shows you again tomorrow, and you answer easy again, then it might show you only in 2 more days. And if you answer easy again, then it might show you only in a week, and then maybe in 2 weeks. So make sure, you answer these as accurately as possible. If you're clicking not at all, it'll bring it back and show you maybe even later that day, or tomorrow, or the day thereafter, depending on what you answered for this card multiple times before. So that's how this works. I'm going to answer one of these over here, and then it'll take you to your next question. So question 2 of the 40. Once you've answered the questions while working your way through, so hopefully you go through all the cells, so 100% cell completion, you worked your way through all the cards, you've unlocked all the cards. Just remember all the cells. To remember to unlock a cell, you need to complete the one prior. So to unlock this next one, you need to complete this one over here to be able to move on. Once you've completed question cards in a cell, then it goes into your global question bank. So I'm going to take you into your Hive page here, and you can see I actually got 106 questions here waiting for me. That's just because I've been playing around on the platform. But you would probably have about 10 or 15 questions waiting for you each day. And then this is what you would do for your daily practice. So all the beelines you currently have active here will be pulling through to this practice. So if you have finished writing maths, for example, you can just go here and set it as inactive. If you do that, it'll jump down to here to archive beelines, and it won't be pulling through the question cards here anymore, because those question cards are for the stuff that you're currently busy learning. So at the moment, I'm learning all of these different things, and the questions that are pulling through here will be from all the different subjects. So for example, the first one that popped up is from business studies, and I'll do this question, practice, answer, and then it'll bring up the next question. It also happens to be a business studies one. It does it in groups of 10 cards, so you can have a break at the end of the 10 cards and jump back into it. Try complete all the cards that are there waiting for you. As I said, you'll probably have around 10 if you're practicing daily. And yeah, that's pretty much it for making it through your business studies beeline effectively. Maybe one last thing to know is to try keep this knowledge retention above 80% before, like when you get close to your exam. So if you're not practicing that often, or the content is still quite new to you, your knowledge retention might be sitting quite low. But the more you practice the content, the more you start to remember it, your knowledge retention will go up and up and up. And hopefully your knowledge retention will be maybe between 80 and 100% before your exam. That means you know all this content in your past paper questions. Remember, you can do all this practice from your mobile phone as well, sitting on the couch, driving in the car. So get those practice sessions in and keep up your day streak. Maybe try get a good, I don't know how long is it to your exam, but a nice long day streak from now until your exams. Some proper practice. Good luck for your preparation for your exam, and we're wishing you the best.